It's time for us to completely nail this crypto market. And we have to live by the following.
The 10 Commandments. Do not murder. Do not steal. Buy low. Sell high.
It's not that hard, guys. So let's get into that. And I know what you think. Nice family picture. I know, right? Thanks. It's also an vacation to DeFi Llama Land. Welcome to the FOMO Factory. Like the video. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. And I want to go over a couple comments because people have a lot of interesting input on the channel, actually. And although I'm sitting here with my camera telling you what I know, there are also a lot of other people that know a lot of other stuff. And I think more YouTubers should do this, actually, because you should not underestimate certain community members, right? Should also not overestimate certain community members, but that's for another time. So let's take a look. What up with your altcoins? What up with the suggestions that you guys have? Occasionally, it's nice to do that. So somebody gave a pretty long story about, I'm not going to read it all, but he said, Benjamin Cowen annoyed me at a point. He said the 60% dominance level is an important level, and it really was, but he downplayed it. I remember it was like yesterday. He said, you know, I already invested a small part of my portfolio into selected alts, but he didn't tell us, hey, go into alts. I missed that moment. My question, did he know that there was, would be a mega pump and alts, but keep the knowledge to himself, etc. So I to be honest, I follow Ben quite closely, and I never heard him said I bought alts. All I know is that he said I bought a really small amount of Ethereum, and for the rest, he is mega bearish on altcoins all the time, as far as I know. But no, of course, he did not know that a mega pump would be coming. It's like he's also a guy with a camera and not from the future, of course. And I think all that speculation, like he knows that something is coming, etc. I don't believe in that. Why would he, by the way? But you seem to be pretty bad at him, if I read this, actually. No, I don't think it's like that bad, actually. But then again, guys, if you follow Ben, great job so far, but you don't need his approval to buy alts, right? He's trying to time the top or the bottom, depends on which chart you look at. And if he misses out, it's fine. He's rich, right? Can you miss out? That's the question. So I would be a little careful with that. I'm not going to go over all the comments, just the cool ones, okay? Somebody said Eric Crown doesn't deserve to be in this video. He does most of the accurate TA on YouTube. He doesn't claim to be an altcoin guy. I have a better idea about, instead of bashing YouTube creators, you warn people against investing money. That look, that video is based on the things that I lately see with certain YouTubers, and there are a lot of YouTubers out there that talk a lot of shit, right? But not a lot of people are watching all these YouTubers. So why would I talk about them? There's not really a lot of danger in that. But the reason that Eric Crown is in that video specifically is just purely because his TA lately is very wrong for a very consistent time. And I feel like he keeps on going with that TA. You know, at the April lows, he was bearish, and yeah, if that's based on his accurate TA, then I have a problem with following that any further. But again, you know, I said I gave my reasons in that video. And he did not claim to be an altcoin guy, indeed, but he talks quite a lot about altcoins for a non-altcoin guy. I remember watching a video from him this morning or so, where he said like, "Oh, let's take a look at Deep. That's some kind of a shitcoin on Sui, right? Like." It's like the altcoin that drives the whole Sui ecosystem. Like, I don't know, like, if he doesn't like, there are a lot of things that I don't talk about on the channel as well. Because I just don't know about it, man. And then I feel like then maybe it's better to not talk about it, actually. Somebody asked, beside the point that some people are making about this time is different, what do you think the possible outcome is that fiat is dying and should be replaced by a harder form of money like Bitcoin? I do think that eventually it will, it has been dying since the existence, basically, right? So yeah, eventually it will be replaced. But yeah, that could take years, decades, if anything, right? And what should replace it? I honestly don't think that Bitcoin is going to replace the dollar or the euro or whatever. It's too volatile for that, right? I mean, the dollar is slowly going down, but Bitcoin is like still, that's not like stable enough. So you know that's not sustainable. If anyone want to sell anything, they have to update their prices like every minute. That's not doable. I think there might be a digital stable currency that might replace it one day, but I also think it's far in the future. I think Bitcoin is it's not meant to replace the dollar, at least not in our lifetime. Maybe for now it's just a store of value and maybe a stable coin, something that looks like that in that form, maybe a form that's not out yet, that we don't know of yet, that will replace it. It will be digital 100%, but what exactly? I don't know if it already exists actually. Somebody said, do you realize that Ren from Banter was formerly a mainstream media stooge? So he's got a degree in lying. Yeah, he worked for CNN or something like that, NBC or whatever, CNBC. I don't know these. But yeah, I know that. And he's good in media, indeed. You see that he has a background in that, and that's fine. I'm not like, his presentation is good. But it also indeed makes it a little further away from reality. Somebody here said, good video, but you lost me at the negative connotation about Paralympics on subs. Look, sometimes I'm in a mood, okay, where I feel like I make jokes that I think are funny, and I can definitely see why like 90% of the world population at least don't think that's funny. But then again, I also like my favorite stand-up comedians are not the nice guys, right? These are the people that should be banned and canceled a long time ago. I feel like crypto, I'm on YouTube, I have a camera. It's not only education, it's also entertainment, right? And everybody is so boring these days. So sometimes I crack a joke, and yeah, that's also always controversial. But I appreciate you for first at least saying good video. Before you said that you unsubscribed, you said basically this is not for me, but I like what you made. I can like, that's the best unsub that I ever had, man. Appreciate you. You will probably not even see this, but I respect this a lot. This is by far the most ridiculous comment that I ever got on the channel. By far. This is crazy. This is insane. So somebody says Superman is promoting all will retire. I don't know exactly what you mean from the beginning, and I can tell you that he's not getting paid. Same is for whatever. But this sentence in capital letters as well, like Superman is realistic. 3 words that made you officially the most ridiculous comment ever on my channel. It is like, I wish I had a sound effect for this. I need an applause or anything. I don't have anything better than this. Yes! Congratulations. But you cannot be fucking serious, right? Superman is realistic. I know Superman is but that's a different word. The is but it should be like Superman. But he's realistic. Look, if you watch his content or titles or thumbnails, he's talking about 10,000 X's. He is the 100x king. Yeah, if you call every coin, then eventually. But he's a meme, guys. He's a meme. It's funny, right? It's funny because he's serious. It's not like Alex Becker kind of funny where he says like these altcoins will 85x. Like we know that that's nonsense, but he also think it's funny, right? That makes it a little less funny. Superman is just funny because he's serious, and yeah, I don't know. That's just funny. Sami said, crypto to 10 trillion will be a great target. And although Sami and I had a little clash, out of nowhere, basically. Because for the people new, there was somebody on Twitter. He said something stupid, and I said that was retarded. But he said that about the pulse chain community, the whole thing, and I kind of said like it's just ridiculous what you are saying, but the whole community felt attacked. And Sami made a video about me and being all emotional. And I was like, what? But I'm not attacking your project. I was talking about a person. Like if he said that about my project, I would have said the same thing. So that got a little out of hand, but all good, all love. And what he says here, right? Crypto to 10 trillion will be a great target. I think that's within a pretty realistic range. Actually, it's nothing too bullish. Actually, it sounds like whoa, but it's not even 3x from this point, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I think that could definitely also happen, and anything above it is hopeful, and anything below it is diminishing. Actually, so it's good. This person as well, he said, if it's from this, you are number 2. If Suppoman and Crypto Gains, wait, Crypto Gains, is that dude with that fat hat? Yeah, that's that melon hat. Onion, melon, I don't know. Anyway, that's not his fault. But I know for a fact that he actually charges around, what was it? 20-30K to promote altcoins. So not even he has no standard for whatever the hell. He asks a lot of fucking money to promote shitcoins. And you basically said if a very expensive Schiller and a Downy are not at the top of your list, then why am I even watching? I don't know, man. Maybe you should work in the same animal farm as they should. I have no idea. Like, look, I'm trying to be a nice person. I am a really nice person. Ask. There's someone who thinks I'm nice, right? Ask that person, okay? But sometimes if people say stupid shit, I will be the first to not shut up about that. I don't know, man. It's not helpful for me. It's not helpful for anybody. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, if that's your opinion, then that's your opinion. Your opinion is retarded. Sorry. Yeah, you should. Okay. The positivity is in the air. Someone said, dude, you have got a serious context problem, bro. I have a lot of problems, but context isn't one of them. Okay, you can pick anything and I'll probably have a problem with that, but not context. My context is, I get it. But he said you need to revisit what TA actually means. It's technical analysis, by the way. So there you go. But you're making a fool out of yourself. This video was about ranking influence. It had nothing to do with TA. What the hell do you mean? But if you want me to, here is a line. So, hey, burn. I don't get it. Why is everybody so nice to me? Look, I rank YouTubers, okay? It's not a video to bash. It's not a video. I rank them. I have a list with good people. Like, hey, that would be helpful to follow. But there are just idiots out there, right? That can be harmful. So I also think it's somewhat fair to also speak about that, right? But yeah, based on that, people get mad at me. Like, bro, this is just a different opinion, man. If you make a video about whoever is in top of my list and you say that they suck, then I'm curious to your reasons, of course, but I won't be like fucking mad at you. You said block them now, but sadly no option to block people on YouTube. No, that well, there is.
Welcome back.
No. Wait, what? Wait. Disclaimer. I ask a lot of fucking money to promote shitcoins, so therefore I'm gonna say that it's high risk, so you can blame me when you get wrecked while I get paid. That's sympathetic. Love it, man. But you can report it at least. Like maybe that's even better with these people. But yeah, I don't know from the top of my head. But there is a way to let YouTube know, like, hey, let's not do this. Someone said, I don't think that Benjamin Cowen is erect. That's nasty. Correct about the Bitcoin dominance lately either, but at this point, I can't rule it out either. I don't know what his stance is on the Bitcoin dominance, actually. He had a target for 60%. That got hit. Then he got a target for 66%. Well, 65.4. Like, if he really now feels like, no, we have to go to 66, like, he's a little on the spectrum here and there. So I wouldn't be surprised. But overall, I don't know what his target exactly is right now. But I do think that, you know, that's the thing. Like, it's already so close to his target compared to the potential downside that indeed, like, it can be ruled out, but no, we're not sure at this point. Yeah, indeed. Maybe he's going to be correct. Maybe he's not going to be correct. But is the risk reward at this point worth it? Right? If we are here, yeah, then it's good to be so persistent. But when we are already here, you'll be like, no, 66%. I feel like, dude, 65.5 not close enough. Like, look at the potential upside versus the potential downside. Try to switch a little bit. Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, and I got some shit for this video as well. I think the part where was it that video where I compared crypto banter, watching that is like to, you know, watching child porn. Maybe it went a little bit too far, so I apologize to all the child abusers out there. I know it's not fair to compare it to crypto banter. You are destroying the life of one person. Banter does it globally. It's more like the 1940s, you know. But you know, at least Kanye would be proud, I guess. I don't know. Look, these are these kind of things that I'm saying. Like, is it a good thing to say this? Probably not. But then again, fucking get some humor, man. It's 2025. Like, please, man. But overall, it's not even not true what I'm saying. That's so unfortunate, actually. If you like the sound effects, keep them. It's your show.
Yeah, it's my fucking show. And everybody that doesn't like it, maybe a bit gay.
I don't know. It's weird. Lately, my subs are doing this, while what I'm doing should lead to this. So this was interesting. So somebody said all the guys that are millionaires, or all the guys are millionaires. This is the internet version of, right? But still need income from ads on every video, selling courses, referral links. Makes me laugh. Look, that's a different. There's a difference in personality there. I think. I mean, it makes you laugh. You will probably be like, "Well, $5 million, I won't work anymore." Like, you are shitting on the beach all day, throwing cans at hobos, peeing all over my waitress. Like, I don't know, but if I have enough money to make it. Look, I can go on a vacation for a week with my family, or prefer without. Now, like with my family, probably they watch this as well. So let me say with. But after a week, I'll be crazy. I cannot sit still for that long, right? Speak for myself. And hey, a lot of people agree what you say, but I think a lot of people also are in this camp. Like, I cannot chill for longer than a week. It's maybe my idea. I don't know, but. You know, and some people actually like what they do, right? They like what they do. Plus, if you work and you make money, why would you all of a sudden stop working then? Like, isn't making money also about maintaining it? Like, it's not like, I don't know, man. Somebody replied something cool. He said, they call it work. I don't know if you're aiming for this crypto thing, but if you don't, then sorry for what I'm going to say. But if you do, then believe me, man, I had both sides, right? I've worked for a boss in a fucking call center, 9 to 5, or even more than that. And I now do this. I can guarantee you, bro, whenever I got home from my call center work, I was like, nice, I'm free. Let's chill. Let's do something with my life. Let's turn all that work off, right? Let's be socializing. Let's whatever the hell. And yeah, now I have my own business, bro. I can guarantee you, I come home and I'll be like, fuck, I need to do this. I need to do that. What's my to-do list tomorrow? Maybe I should improve that. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe I should write it down. I don't know. Like, it's hectic as fuck, man. I can guarantee you, with everything, all honesty, in my heart, running a business feels more like work than work, right? And believe me, this is more exhausting. You might think like, oh, these YouTubers, they go record a video and they upload it. Bro, that's like maybe 1% of the work. Like, this is so fucking hard, man. I kid you not. Maintaining, make sure that you respond on time to everybody, coming up with ideas, finding out about the algorithms, making sure that people know about you. Don't make it too clickbaity, but also don't make it too boring. Try to do it all well, right? Trading your own crypto, renting this fucking office. Keeping up with your emails, finding out what's a scam, what's not a scam, what can I work with, what can't I work with, right? Posting these updated charts daily for your community. You have to be there 24/7, right? I'm getting on calls with people from the Alpha Factory, link down below, if they want to go over their portfolio. I can name so much more, but it's all my own responsibility as well, right? If you work for a boss and you don't do it, then yeah, fuck that. You get fired maybe, right? Or you want to go on a vacation, you go on a vacation, right? Or you want to take some time off, you take some time off. Look, if I take time off or go on a vacation, I just simply don't get paid, right? It's so like underestimated, man. So much. I had two burnouts in 3 years, dude. So yeah, well, the third one is coming and you'll know it. Someone, K-Dub, shout out to K-Dub. He said, Ren is this cycle's BitBoy. I look forward to his breakdown at the end of this cycle. Yeah, look, he has kids, right? So I hope he doesn't go through that breakdown like BitBoy did, because I would like, man, seeing your father like that. Yeah, Ren is a pretty decent piece of shit, in my opinion. Yeah. Someone said, Terra Luna is basically risk-free, Raoul Paul. It sounds like you implied that Raoul Paul said that. Could be. I don't know. I don't know the context. I didn't hear him say that. Could be the case. Yeah, look, I mean, find me a YouTuber that occasionally talks about altcoins, makes content on the daily, and never posted about a coin that, turned out not to do well. Like, we're guys with cameras, man. We're not from, some people think like, ooh, these are special people from the future. I don't have sound effect for that, so I'm gonna do it like that. But no, we are not from the future. It's not the DeLorean factory. It's the FOMO factory, right? That's, for them it's the same. Like, we don't know, we look at things and we take our best guess, but at the end of the day it's still a guess, right? That's all that you do in crypto. You go to a horse race, there's a very fast horse, right? And there's a handicapped horse with a dick instead of a leg, in a wheelchair with something in his ass which make him cannot run really fast, like while people shooting him with paintball guns and shit on ice. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that horse wins anyway. Like, I don't know how, but it's not something that you should bet on, right? But that happens, man. These fucking dick-legged ice skating horses, they just got it, man. Benjamin Cowen is about to end up in the you get wrecked category for it's only Bitcoin and ignoring alts. I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. the people that followed him, which you should not, you should think for yourself, right? But his community really exists out of people that just follow him without really thinking for themselves, though. But hey, so far that worked fine. If Bitcoin now goes, they have a lot of room, right, to take the hit, no problem. Bitcoin went from 15K to 110, so all fine, right? And to get you wrecked, like, yeah, what could happen? You miss out on alts, right? And yeah, I don't see that as dangerous. All like, yeah, except if they, you know, buy the highs again. But I don't know. It's more about missing out, right? It's more about missing out. And yeah, people that follow Ben blindly should realize, like, hey, he's trying to time something, right? While his own his invalidations are already checked off. Nevertheless, he keeps on being bullish on the Bitcoin dominance and bearish on altcoins on the Bitcoin pair. Yeah, okay, that's fine, right? But again, if he misses out, he can afford it. You have to think for yourself, like, can I afford to miss out, right? And if the answer is no, fucking buy alts with your Bitcoin right now. DCA, right? What if it goes up a little higher? Bro, look how close you, like, how far you came, right? Like, it's enough, right? It's enough. It's okay like this. You did it. Congrats. Let me check. Yeah. Thanks for the inspiration, I guess. Bro, let me tell you something. I'm Dutch, okay? English is not my native language. I talk a lot in these videos in a not native language. So if I sometimes say or like, it's because I'm thinking, right? I don't have social media training for this, okay? Why would I? Otherwise, you wouldn't even respond. So, you, like, thanks. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like, are you really gonna whine about that? From everything you can respond to, is that what you're saying? Please. I would rank you in the very, very good category. Thanks, man. My honest critical feedback is that you're too focused on the gaming niche and you don't cover a lot of coins outside that. Having that said, your market outlook, I appreciate that, man. And yeah, I was looking a lot of gaming coins indeed. It's just because I believe in that a lot. And I stepped that down lately a little bit, actually. I look at more the broader market right now. I'm not even talking about individual altcoins that much lately. And also for my own portfolio, I have it more divided right now. So taking what you say in consideration, try to change it already, and having a good mixture, actually. Somebody else said he promoted Launchpads. Look, bro, the definition of promoting is... I don't know how the exact definition is in the if you look it up, but I think that's meaning that you get paid for it. I don't promote. It's I don't know where you get that from, man. I'm an investor with a camera, so it's only logical that I talk about the things most that I like. Would be a little weird if I talk fucking about XRP all day if I don't like that and don't own it. What do you want me to do, right? It's damned if I do, damned if I don't, right? Like he talks about Launchpads too much. Bro, again, yes, it's because my biggest conviction, and I think I should feel free to talk about what I like most, also because I know most about it, right? Could talk a lot about meme coins, but if I'm not in the meme coin space, do you really want me to talk about that? Like, makes no sense. And two, also, with the promo, you make it sound like it's a bad thing, and maybe you mean it in a good way. In that case, I'm sorry, but it doesn't feel like you're talking about it positively. But when it comes to Launchpads, dude, if you followed that with me, you would have outperformed. Like, not that I want to say like now, like, oh, we did so great, but it was simply outperforming, right? In a market that's going up. Cetify, like the Bluey chip Launchpad, basically did a 10x where the whole market did a 5x, right? It's insane. And their launches we got in some lunches like crazy. I went into the Chain GPT lunch, Hypercycle, Cookie 3, Venture Mind. Like I can name a lot of those, right? And yeah, there are some losers as well. But then again, if you look like, for example, Cookie did I don't know, like a 30x or something. Yeah, you can have some losers in place for that, right? It doesn't matter, right? Yeah, and then when the market goes down, they go down harder, right? But that's fine. Like if you made your money right here and you were smart enough to take some profits, then why is this a bad thing? Especially if you expect, like, I don't see what could be negative about this actually. BitBoy, the best crypto story ever, from the top to the complete bottom. Yeah, sometimes I wonder, like, is it real? And then I realized, like, yeah, it is. Oh my God. That's bad. That's bad. Banter sucks balls. See, fellow YouTubers, if you're watching this, I'm still monetized. Look, balls, bitch. It's more about the first 20 seconds. After that, you have free pass, bitch. Yeah, so guys, you can curse, right? Don't act like you're mature. Okay, you can. You do that in real life as well. Just go. However, Sheldon seems legit, but he is made to dance like a bear. Look, I think Sheldon, he comes across like a nice guy. Really. Ren doesn't, but Sheldon is likable at least. But he still works with Ren, right? And he still is maybe a little like, I don't know. He works for Banter. That's the whole thing, man. No bullshit crypto. Thank you for the love, brother. Super humble to be placed next to those legends. Appreciate you. The burp at the end. Yeah, I said I have zero shame in. But yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate that. And Karen is one of the few people in crypto that I can relate with. Like, when I started watching, I always felt like, man, am I one of the few that, like, sometimes zooms out a little bit and be like, hey, don't overcomplicate, look where we are, just like a little down to earth. And then I saw his content and I felt like, oh shit, like, I haven't, I don't know where he's from. England, maybe? England twin brother with a slightly bigger beard than I do, though. Yeah, no, I don't know. I can relate. And it's just a personal preference, right? Maybe some people would rank him lower. I don't know. For me, I like that, man. Ben Cowen is a must follow. His TA is next level. You will learn a lot from him. I get the ivory tower on BTC dominance, but he's still correct. Being in Bitcoin is still safer than alts, even when Bitcoin dominance starts dropping. His approach is super conservative. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's super conservative, and that has to fit you, right? But I think a lot of his followers don't realize, like, they are in wealth creation mode, and Ben isn't really. And yeah, Bitcoin will always be safe. It doesn't matter what the Bitcoin dominance is doing. Like, it's not that when the Bitcoin dominance drops that altcoins are suddenly safer than Bitcoin. There will never be an altcoin that's safer than Bitcoin, of course, right? But at a certain point, when I look at this content lately, it's so much focused on the safety and not the potential reward as well. And that indeed worked out so far, right? He's still correct. He has a little things that didn't really work correct lately, though. But therefore, I feel like, man, at a certain point, change. Your own indicators are saying that you should be mega bearish on the Bitcoin dominance, and he's completely ignoring that. But still correct. Yeah, I don't know. Look, it's not bad to be not correct. That's not what I'm saying. But he said that, for example, this chart, he's like pinned to this chart, right? Altcoins should at least go here because they are oscillators at best. This is altcoins minus USDT, but this also including the high caps, USDC, DAI, BUSD. How realistic is this? Look at altcoins or others on their Bitcoin pair, right? This already dropped, but also what you can see, this is in a long term. It's not oscillating. It's not even going down. Long term, the top 125 altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin actually. right? But he also said like, yeah, this will be invalid by the end of 2024. This should correspond with Bitcoin dominance going to 66. Well, end of 2024, it's there, right? Bitcoin dominance 66%, but not even close, right? And then I feel like, but whoa, you had two big invalidation levels, which got hit, which is fine, but he keeps on like, well, QT. Like, dude, I thought you were all about the charts and not the narrative. Like, then why did you put these charts, etc., as an invalidation level? And as soon as they hit, they don't matter anymore. Huh? Like, that feels more stubborn to me. Like, I'm holding on to it. If I still have reasons, doesn't matter. Then I feel like, okay, you're now going too far. You're now trying to time it. That's my personal opinion about it, man. Someone said, I love to tell you that I'm prepared to be rich, but I have not set my exit levels as you suggested. Then put on some Linkin Park, man. What the hell are you waiting for? Like, come on, really. Go to the GTFO platform. There's a link down below. It is free. You don't even have to sign up. It's made by a community member in the Alpha Factory. And I'm honestly sharing this because it helps. There's nothing in it for me, right? This helps, okay? Set your exit levels right here. Put in your coin that you bought. For example, I've my average entry is 262. I said, hey, at 490, at 690, and at 1187, I want to sell. And then this is what I will actually walk away with, right? And then I can see like, hey, in total, that's good for a 2.6x. Keep some 21% in HODL. So moonback basically, in case it goes higher, and then I can see all at the top. But in the Alpha Factory, I'm gonna share that all my complete portfolio, etc., my transactions. But then I can see like, hey, this is what I have right now. This is what I actually walk away with if I DCA out of the market and all my targets get hit. And then it's very clear because, you know, whenever I get to one target, let's say Decubate is going to this target right here, it starts to flash and I just know like, hey, I have to sell this portion of my Decubate tokens, for example, right? Yeah, extremely helpful. I mean, watch out. If anything, the market just shoots up and goes down again, like some kind of a 2017 blow off top, and you'll be like, what the fuck just happened? I round tripped. Like, it can go that fast, man, really. Total 2 is at $1.25 trillion. You really think it's going to heat up that much? I think best we can hope for is another November, December type of move, I guess. Yeah, why not? Right? Like, the total 2 is already there. Yeah, already compared to what, right? I mean, it's not even at the previous high. Right, yeah, here it was also not even at the previous high, and you could have said like, well, it's already there. Yeah, already compared to the coming top, right? But the unfortunate thing is we don't know where it is. So you could have said here like, 250 billion. It's already, it went to more than 1.5 trillion, right? So, yeah, the best thing that we can hope. Look, it's good to be cautious, but try to combine that with being not too cautious as well. Don't set the bar too low. That's kind of the thing that people often struggle with as well. I think again myself, this lag is bigger than the November December setup. Actually, if Bitcoin pulls back, all's gonna get wrecked. Depends on what the Bitcoin dominance does, of course. Look, I mean, in theory, and not only in theory, I mean, it happened quite some times, but if Bitcoin pulls back, also going to get... It could also be that people take money out of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin went up a lot, and put it into alts. So Bitcoin goes down, but altcoins go up, right? Like, it's not necessarily if Bitcoin goes down, altcoins go down, right? That's not a hard rule or anything. Matter of fact, in this cycle, we have seen a couple times as well where Bitcoin went down and altcoins went up a little bit, right? And look, yada yada. Here, Bitcoin, kinda. Where do I have that? Look, and that's a cool thing, right? Like in an alt season, it happens on a big time frame. So far, we have moments where it happens on a short time frame, right? And that already is pretty good for alt, so let alone, right? But for example, here you'll see Bitcoin kind of like going sideways, like not even a little down right here. And that's where altcoins had this spike, actually. And again, that's a very small time frame. But it shows, though, that it doesn't have to mean that, you know, BTC going down, alts have to go down. What are your thoughts about this new NFA Live? So that's the point where a guy from Coin Bureau said, like, they asked, like, will there ever be an alt season? And guy said, like, yeah, well, but not on every alt and on just certain alts. And look, of course, not in my opinion as well, like, not every alt is going to go up into an alt season. That's always the case. There will always be underperformers. But look, the thing is that there are now many alts in the trenches, right? And I think that if you're not looking at those, then it should not be a problem anyway, right? If you just look at the quality, then I don't know, man. Should not be a problem. Somebody said, question remains, is this the real alt banana zone, I guess, or is there another pump before the dump and then the banana? Yeah, the question will remain anyway, right? I don't know. Can't look in the future, bro. That's the thing. I have no idea. I think that overall, I said here, this is the third leg. This is the third leg. I hope you remember. I said it here. And so far, it's a decent leg. But in my opinion, this is not it yet. And the party will start after we break this 200, 300, let's say 300 billion for others. Yeah, will there be a pullback first? Look, nothing goes up straight, right? Here we had a lag and we had a dump and we had a lag. Yeah, here we had a lag and a dump and a lag and a dump. And so overall, we will always have dumps in between, I guess. This was an interesting one. Somebody said the return on the crypto market is very, very low compared to the risk taken. Crypto has lost its appeal. It was attractive 5 or 10 years ago, not anymore. Don't make anyone rich. Abandon the crypto exchange, find new channels. I think, no offense, but that's a skill issue. The return is low compared to the risk. Well, bro, I don't like... It's all safe to say that Bitcoin is pretty low risk right now these days, right? Yeah, it went from 15K to 112 in 2 years. That's insane return for the amount of risk that you take, right? And even if you feel like it's not enough return for me, then put in a very cautious 2x leverage. And you're sitting at a 15x. It's crazy. In 2 years? I don't see the problem, man. I don't see the problem. But there's something for everybody. That's what I like about crypto. There's Bitcoin, like completely like the lowest risk in crypto. And then there's pump fun kind of shit. Like it's riskier than walking into a casino, live streaming it with your affair while your wife is watching, right? Like that's like, but that's also possible. And yeah, and there's a lot in between. I don't know, man. I totally don't agree with that, actually. Canadian, also above average high. Yeah, love the countries where it's legal, man. You crypto YouTubers are so goofy with your thumbnails. I mean, like I said, you clicked it, like, right? That's the... I can have a very boring thumbnail and everything boring and serious, and then nobody will watch. So why would I? Okay, last one. This is so fucking cool. And there are, of course, a lot of people always saying like altcoins are done. It's a Bitcoin only run. Don't please don't do that to yourself, bro. Don't do it to yourself. Don't be the person that says that it's all dead and over when things are low. That's not how it works. It never works for anybody. Please don't do that to yourself. That's sentiment. But the general rule in crypto is you want to counter trade the sentiment, even if it's your own sentiment, man. So yeah, look, I mean, again, what do you think? You can look it back up on Twitter, and I also tweeted it with all these screenshots of people, right, that said in December 2020, Bitcoin run only, alts are dead, and yada, yada, yada. That was here, right? And then the Bitcoin dominance crashed. You hear people all said, Bitcoin only run. Bitcoin only run. Yeah, of course, right? And whenever we get into an alt season, you will say, oh, never Bitcoin anymore. It's boring, be in alts. And then you get wrecked again. Like, please try to adjust it before it's not too late yet. Really, I'm saying this, like, please, do it for yourself, man. Altcoins were the distraction while smart money piled into Bitcoin. I don't think that all these pump fund creators and whatever and people have to sign a Satoshi or an agreement with Satoshi. Like, like I don't think it's I'm totally not a conspiracy type guy. Actually, I get your point, but I'm not. Nah. I can't find a single piece of TA that gets Ethereum back to its all-time high. Add in the broader global economy and, well, good luck alts. The broader global economy, you mean the M2 is blowing up? Or the fact that the Fed is going to pivot from QT to non-QT? Or the fact that the S&P recovered like crazy after the tariffs? Or what do you mean? But I cannot find a single piece of TA that gets ETH back to its all-time high. Well, open a random chart. I would say, man, bro, it's like at this point of the market, yeah, okay, so let me help you. Let's be bearish, okay? Let's be really bearish for now, okay? Total crypto market is in an uptrend above 2021 high. Nice. Let's say the world goes on pause. No more money will be added to the total crypto market anymore, right? Which is, of course, ridiculous. But let's say I want to make it bearish to hopefully help. $3.4 trillion, right? Not a cent extra. Then we have the Ethereum dominance. Bounced off of a level where it bounced off here as well before it went completely crazy, right? Now let's say that this is not a range, right? That it's not oscillating, but that it's actually slowly going down, right? However you draw the trend line exactly, it doesn't really matter, but that it's diminishing like this, cool. So no new money into crypto at all for some reason. No money printers will never be turned on anymore. And ETH declining in dominance, right? This I can actually see maybe happen, by the way, but the combination, not so much, right? By the end of the year, then the Ethereum dominance will be sitting at 18%, right? 18% of $3.4 trillion. That's I did some math in the past of the video. I look like a genius, but that's $660 billion. Okay, so again, no new money coming in anymore. This was it forever. Like, this is not happening anymore, right? Although it's in an uptrend, and even no money printers, no retail yet, this should be obvious, right? And ETH is in a diminishing dominance, right? 660 billion. It's now sitting at 309, so that's more than double, right? Dude, that's 115% or so market cap, right? Well, if you look at that, that's already above all-time high, like the bear case scenario, actually. Right? Also, even its Bitcoin pair, I'm not saying that it should make new all-time highs. But even again, if we go here, right? If it goes Altseason, right? Top of the bull market here. Bear market. Top of the bull market. Bear market. Top of the bull market, like way lower, right? That's also sitting more than double against Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is now 100K. That's fine. But what if Bitcoin goes to 200K? Or 150 even, or whatever. And this doubles against Bitcoin. That's way more than double for Ethereum. Now, there are things you can take a look at, like the logarithmic regression bands, etc., etc. You can, take a look at the fib levels. But it is pretty clear, right? Like, man, the ETH dominance right now is sitting as low as where it was in May 2020, right? May 2020 was here, right here for Ethereum on the dollar pair, right? Why is that? Because there was way less money in the market right now. The ratio is the same though, but now we also have more money. So the only thing that has to change is the ratio, right? And again, that's not TA, that's just using, quite some common sense, I think. But yeah, also, I mean, again, if you look like Ethereum to go back to its all-time high is from this point around 90%. Look, in the last 2 months, we already saw Ethereum go up 98%. No retail, no money printer, no stop off QT, nothing, right? And it already made that, like, again, like, I don't know. Yeah, and if you want to look more at TA, look, if you take the fib extension from the last cycle, right, you can see that Ethereum went to the 3.618 in this cycle. Yeah. I mean, 3.618 comes in at 15K, right? So even if fib extensions are nowadays diminishing, we can say the 1.618, that's still way above the previous ultimate. Like, I don't know, man. I cannot see why not, actually. Really. Alts are scam, Bitcoin only. Oh, yeah, we got that. Or altcoins is basically same comment. Look, there are alts that are a scam. Yeah. There are also alts that are not a scam, right? It's like more like only Bitcoin. It depends, man. Where in the market are we, right? There's a big phase, like, and I talked about that years ago, like, there's a phase in the market where you want to be in Bitcoin, right? Where altcoins go down against Bitcoin. And there's a phase in the market where you want to be in altcoins, right? The only problem is that whenever people realize they should be in Bitcoin is whenever alts are low against Bitcoin, because they just had the proof, like, hey, altcoins now get wrecked. Bitcoin has outperformed. And then people be like, oh, Bitcoin has outperformed. Let's be in Bitcoin. No, you should have been in Bitcoin. Like, now you realize that you are the counter trade, right? Now you should wait. Now you should be in alts, in my opinion, and repeat, right? Like the next cycle. Yeah, like it's knowing when to be in what. It's not like, oh, only alts, only Bitcoin, only cash. Like, I think that's most important. Yeah, so I made this video and somebody said, but is this the only way to get more clicks? You are a pathetic child. Why do you use the word child? Like, are you 60? Like, if you are, then why the fuck are you cursing at people in a YouTube comment? Like, ooh, then what? But no, this is not the only way to get more clicks. Like, I think I have 900 videos, and I occasionally also make videos to warn people. And therefore, I sometimes have to say something bad about someone. But if, it happens to be about a person that you like, then I get that you are becoming a little emotional and you want to cry maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. Short the high, someone said. fucking genius. Why didn't... Yes, you should short highs if you are leverage trading and long lows. Yeah. Problem is you don't know where the high is, right? That's kind of the thing. But overall, yeah. I want to wrap it up right here, guys. It's been long enough. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and I'll see you in the next one.